Hey Jas, how's it going today?
Good, Claudia, how are you?
I'm good.
Yes. What?
Are you ready for questions today?
Yes, I'm ready for the questions. Let me first introduce you. Guys, if you think there's another new girl has come to join our marketing team, no. Claudia is the same old girl
It's still me.
with the new looks.
It's still me.
Yes, it's a new market trend.
Did you say new market trend?
Did I say that?
You said new
No.
market trend.
I was going to say that since the new market, the new news has come into the market, the change in the market. It's not only change in the market, but in my office also.
I was just about to say you've been spending too much time with real estate. You just called my hair a market trend.
Yes. Okay.
But thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving on. What was it? 2 days ago, we asked you all to send in your real estate questions for Jas, and here we are tackling them once again.
Yes.
So let's kick it off with, what was it? 1977. Nina, I'm guessing? I don't know. How long do you expect the slowdown to last?
Slowdown in, I think she or he's referring to the market.
Maybe.
Yes.
Probably.
Slowdown. Yeah, the slowdown is going to last. Oh, I don't know how long. I wish I had a crystal ball, but what I'm understanding it and what I see it in the market, the feel is there's still a lot of buyers out there. Yes, they are not buying it because they are sitting on the fence and waiting for the market to see how down it can go. So what it tells is once this whole scenario finish up, hopefully by the end of the year, because the government is going to increase the rate of interest more. It's not going to stop here. So once it's finished and where it takes at that time, then people will get into the market back. And then I could see the market is going to be changing it. It's going to be not going to be a seller's market again. It's going to be more like a balanced market. Right now it's a buyer's market completely. Yes, the homes are not selling. It's the great time for the buyers to get into it. They have waited for years to come and get into the buyer's market. Now is the time to get into the buyer's market.
So congrats for waiting. You did it.
Yeah.
Now's the time now.
Now is the time to buy. Yes, I don't see it is going to be anything happening next 6-7 months. The market is going to change.
Well, you also kind of just answered our next question, which is by Ati Truck Repair, who asked, is it still a good time to sell or is it a better time to buy?
It's a better time to buy. Only reason is, as I said it in my previous question, answered it, is because of the way the market is right now heading towards. The rate of interest are keep increasing and government is taking a very aggressive approach towards that side, which I don't know whether it makes sense or not. I'm not an expert to comment on it. But having said that, I feel like this is a buyer's market. It's not a seller's market. Don't sell it if you can hold on to it, hold it at least for this year, and then see next year what happens. But if you're a buyer, great time to buy. There's a lot of opportunities out there. There are a lot of people who are stuck, who purchased it, who at the time of when the market was really hot, and now they don't have the funds to close it. So look out those kind of properties where you can cash into it. All right.
What about people who need to sell their home first before they buy a new one?
It depends on if you're an investor, I'm talking completely for the investor. If you are a person who wants to upsize it, it doesn't matter to you much, because if you're selling it in a hot market, you're buying it in a hot market. Same thing right now, the market is slow. If the property value of your house or townhome or a condo has come down, same thing, the house's prices have come down too. So the gap is still going to be fill up the same. So it's not only your property going to sell for cheap. Buying side also, you will be able to do the negotiations. So yeah, for the person who's upsizing, it should not matter for them. As an investor, there's no harm for waiting for a couple of months. If you want to, or if there is an opportunity come across, jump onto it, get it.
Okay, well, that leads me to my next question by Sajan Gill, 4224. Is the real estate market going up anytime soon?
I don't see this year. Some people saying it in fall, it's going to come back. I don't agree to that. And it's again my personal opinion. I'm not an expert into it. Nobody is, for that matter. Yes, because if that was the case,
real estate expert.
No, but you are a real estate expert, but nobody knows it, which way the market is going to go. If that was the case, I would have purchased in 2020 the whole survey. If I could have that much funds or whatever the funds I was having it. But whatever the funds I was having it, I didn't utilize the whole funds into it. What I'm trying to say is, nobody has a crystal ball. I remember those times the big developers in the city, I'm not going to take their names, but I've heard their interviews and they were predicting nothing is going to happen in 2020. And I'm talking about big developers. So what I'm trying to say is, and nothing wrong in it, that because nobody knows what is going to happen. It may change in a month. Who predicted it in the beginning of this year, the summer is going to be like this? Yes, we were predicting it's going to be slow. There will be a correction, but not the way it is right now. And you face it or not, you like it or not, this 1% increase is going to drop the prices. It's going to drop. I will be sounding idiot if I say, sitting on the camera, I say, oh no, the price is not going to come down. Hell, it is going to come down. And it's going to come down more in September when there's going to be another increase. It's thinking it maybe September, I believe. So yeah, it's going to. It's a simple math. People won't able to qualify. Right.
Our next question is by your favorite realtor.
Let's skip it. I know which one it is. Is it Amneet? Yes. Who's your favorite realtor?
For some reason, every time we put up questions
skip it.
available on your story, she comes in to ask, who's your favorite realtor? This is the third time now, I think.
Amneet, you are not the one. Okay. So stop asking these questions.
Okay, well, back to business. Harneet Singh Brar asks, due to rising costs for home building and dropping prices, inventory will decrease in the next 2 to 3 years, question mark?
It is going to. As a lot of people, and I had the personal experience of my listings also, sellers are not dropping the price to the extent where the buyers are expecting the prices to come down. So right now we are in a situation which nobody knows what is going to happen, and it's too early to say how the market is going to be reacting in next 6 months going to be, because the interest rates are keep rising up. When it's going to, we will able to know about exactly how the market is going to go is once the rate of interest is going to stop increasing. Then you will say, okay, this is the place where it is going to flat out. Okay, now it's not increasing anymore, and then the people will start realizing, okay, what's the right price to buy or sell. Right now, the sellers are still in the zone of early this year, and they are not understanding it that, they cannot be greedy now. It's a buyer's market.
Well, yeah, it was a very sudden shift.
Yeah, it is, and they have to adapt to it, or they have to sunk in. And okay, now it has been, because they've been used to it from last 2 years. Was so much prices were going up, so that takes time, and it happens. It's with everybody happens, and people who can hold on to it, they will hold it, and people who cannot, they are the ones who's going to be again feeling the heat. They have to sell it for the cheaper price. Yes, the tables has been turned. Buyers, you were waiting for this, right, for a long time. Here you go. Your turn has come.
Will this make house price boom again? It feels like the cannon is getting loaded right now.
Yes, it is getting loaded, and as I said it before too, it's a great time to buy the properties if you can buy as an investment property and hold it for a couple of years. Again, this is the time now where the old school formula going to be applied, that buy the property and hold it for a few years, at least 3-4 years, and then sell it. Those days are gone when you're buying the property and it's going to sell in 6 months for the great amount of increment or the profit you can get it on it. So yes, the cannon is getting filled. When it's going to get burst, I don't know, but it's going to get burst. Yes.
We are looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Ravi Bhatia
Yeah. Okay.
from Facebook asks, can you gift me, what is this, a 2
BHK apartment? Oh, he's a relative of mine.
Oh, what?
Okay, just excuse. Yeah.
He wants it gifted.
He's in
to him.
India. He's in India, so he wants to come to Canada. BHK means bedroom. In India, that's a phrase we count it here. We say 2-bedroom condo. They say rather than saying bedroom, they say BHK. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ravi, I'm not giving you anything free. There are no free lunches.
But you can buy one.
Yes, you can buy one. And I know you have a lot of money, so don't ask me for free, okay? I'll sell it to you.
Okay. Kenny Emmett asks, rental or Airbnb?
Rental or Airbnb? It depends on where your house or the property is located. If it is at the tourist place, if it is in Whistler, Kelowna, Airbnb is the best option to do it, as long as the strata allows that. If it is a house, no problem. But if the house is in Surrey area, around this area, I still feel like more than Airbnb, regular rental is better. Rental price have gone insane. 2-bedroom condo, 2-bedroom basement is for almost $2,000.
Well, yeah, because we have a housing crisis here.
Yeah, so where is it going now? So it's crazy. The rental is so high, and then you compare it with Airbnb, I feel like the amount of hassle you have to do it.
Yeah, because
it's not easy.
You have to do it up, you have to clean
keep it up and keep doing it. And on the average, when you will be seeing, okay, not 30 days your house is going to be packed.
Yeah.
If it is only rented for 20 days and you do the math, it's less hassle, steady income. I would say just rent it out.
So, in regards to your construction video, the one that we just posted, We have Simran UK asking, where in White Rock is that house that you built?
It's on Maple Street, 1287 Maple Street, White
Are you
Rock.
just putting that out there for the internet?
So what? How does it matter? Is it going to be?
I don't know.
People are going to just...
Concept of privacy?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Yes. But I'm not that person, yeah. Privacy and all shit.
Okay.
Everything we posted on social media, every single thing, what we are doing, it when we are eating, what we are eating, and then when it comes to those things where you want people is just a simple question is asking, what's the address of the property? Oh, it's under the privacy. What the heck?
Oh yeah, you don't just give
Anyways.
out like your client information, like phone number. Well, you give
I'm
out
not
your-
giving the client's
Well, you're
information.
giving
I'm
the-
not client's information. It's
Well, yeah, but it's like
it's a house
same
being say what he's
concept.
gonna do with that. Is it gonna? Anyways, let's go. Move on. Let's move on. 1287 Maple Street, White Rock.
Okay.
Take care.
Take care or what? Where are you going?
I'm just telling him or she.
Bye.
I don't
Bye,
know.
Simran. Take care.
It's not Simran. It's Simran.
Simran, take care.
Simran.
Goodbye. Take care. Rabi is Love asks in regard to the same video, $200 for square foot. Will it go down in a year when supply chains have improved?
I don't see much is going to be changing in there. There may be 180 to 190. It's not going to be significant change like from $200 to $100 a square foot. That's not going to happen. So that change I don't count it as a change because you anyways have that extra cushion for over if it can go to from 200 to 210 also. So the slight change is not a big difference going to be in terms of building whether I should build a house or not. Right.
And as you've mentioned in
No.
your previous construction videos, you should have like padding. You should have
Exactly.
padding
You have the
always.
you always have some contingency funds for any unfold season. Anything comes up.
But Rabi, if you're interested in building a house,
Is he? Okay.
no? If you are,
No.
there's an expert here. G_boy007 asks in regards to your last BC assessment and market value video. You might be a realtor, but I just wanted to say that you have got mesmerizing eyes, man.
Skip it. No comments. Skip it.
Will you just say thank you?
Skip it. Thank you. Okay. Done.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah. Are there
Great.
any other updates that you have on the
No.
state of affairs of the market?
This is pretty much everybody knows it.
Everybody
People are very
knows.
smart. All the viewers are very smart nowadays. I don't have to tell them which way the market is going.
I have
So
questions.
you have
I
more
have questions.
Okay.
So, in regards to the current interest rates hikes, so you're saying that like you mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, it's going to go down. Pricing for the houses are going to go down. Do you perceive it going down by a lot?
No, this already has come down significantly. So the houses which were selling it, if you see all the numbers here, the houses which were selling in December last year, 2021, for 1.6, all of a sudden in January, February started selling for 1.9. I sold a bunch of them for my listings too. That's why I can tell it. And they have come back to 1.6.
Okay.
So there's already a $300,000 reduced. It may go more, maximum 1.5. I'm taking like the maximum it can go to 1.5. But people have to remember those houses before COVID, 2020 actually, during COVID too, were selling for 1.2, 1.3.
Yeah, I was just
it
to
will
ask.
never go to that number. That's not going to happen. People will stop selling it. And that's what the majority of the people are doing right now also. They're coming to the point where they're feeling like, okay, this is it. It doesn't make sense. Let's hold on to it. Because one thing you have to remember it, and I was telling you also, and we did the video also about it, the immigration factor. Sellers have so much confidence in this BC market because the history has told that it has never been towards decline for a long time. It may be for a year, 2 years, and then it bounced back. It happened in 2008. When the recession came in, and then it went back in 2010. Same thing happened 2018, 2019 when the stress test was introduced. It went down, but again it came back. Before even COVID, nobody talks about that. Just before even COVID, as a realtor, I could tell this market was already changing. It was compact. It was heating up, and then yes, COVID happened. All of a sudden, the rate interest dropped.
Everybody went.
It was crazy. It was crazy. But what I'm trying to say, there's always a confidence in the seller. As long as that confidence is there, I don't see the BC real estate is going to collapse because seller knows as long as they have the capacity to hold this property, no matter what, after a couple of years, this is going to go up. So rather than selling it now, pressing a panic button, I won't sell it, and I will just hold on to it and wait the time when the market comes back, and then I sell it. So for the buyers, yes, the market is slow, it's a great time to buy. But if you're thinking the price is going to go significantly less, it's not going to matter. Because as a buyer, if you're thinking of $20,000-$30,000 is going to make a huge difference to your investment, it should not be. Because you're not selling that property for $25,000-$30,000 tomorrow when somebody wants to give you more. We're talking about millions here, so the profit should be at least 6 figures. Only then you buy or sell a property. Not for a few $1,000s. Make sense? Like if you're buying a property for 1.5 million, you don't want it to make $20,000 profit on it. So you should not give up that property just for $20,000 also.
No.
So if it is 100,000, yes, that's a big difference. That's how you do it. And yeah, that's pretty much it is. I believe I answered it. My answer was too long, maybe.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Better too much information than too little.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that people will be able to understand this. Thanks.
So the other day, actually, this is a good question from one of your clients that you were telling me about that I feel like we could talk about here. He mentioned that the real estate prices right now don't make a lot of sense because the lots are being sold for like such a high, expensive price.
Right.
But
Oh, yes, yeah.
yeah, and then if they wanted to build a house on it tomorrow, it wouldn't make sense. They wouldn't be getting a lot of profit.
See, what we have to do is it's a simple math here. Give or take, if you wanted to buy a development property today in your surrounding areas, Cloverdale, Langley area, it's about 5 million an acre, where you can divide it, subdivide it into small lots, 6 to 7. Let's take a number here, 7. Let's do the math here. If we're buying a property for 5 million, and if we come up with 7 lots, what would be the prices? Around $715,000, and then you add it on the construction cost on it. I'm talking now from the developer's point of view, because as a builder or as an investor, you say, oh, all the money is being made by the developer. Actually, when the developer is buying the property for 5 million, the raw land, without any service, nothing has been done on it, is going to be costing him around $715,000 if there's 7 lots comes out of it. I'm just taking a rough number here. So for the viewers, you have to understand this is, if they're buying it for 5 million, 715 is the raw land, and then there's overheads on it, mortgage carrying cost, plus there will be a servicing cost, city fees and all that. Give or take, it's going to be around $200,000 on each lot. So for 700,000, 715, or let's take a simple math here, number is 700. $200,000 he is going to be adding on to each lot as a carrying cost plus the servicing cost. So he end up by getting it for $900,000 or $950, and then he sells it for 1.1. In today's market, 4,000 square feet lot is going to be selling it around that number. How much profit he's making from each lot? 150. Is it not fair for him to get at least 150 from each lot? Now the builders comes in. When the builder buying that property for 1.1, 5,000 square feet lot or 4,500 square feet lot, house give or take is going to be 4,000 square feet. The investment on that or the expenses on that will be around $800,000. So 1.1 he purchased it. He ended up spending $800,000 just on the construction, not carrying any, I'm not counting any mortgage cost or anything else. $50,000 we take it another one. 1950 he sell that home for 2.3. That's going to be including the GST on it. In today's market, that's the price range you're getting, plus the realtor's commission, plus the marketing cost, everything. If you do the math, 1950 was his own cost, 2.3 is the selling cost, $100,000 you take it out, GST or other expenses, realtors and everything else, 2.2. He's making around $200,000 profit. Isn't it fair for him to make $200,000 profit?
I guess so.
Right? So this simplifies the thing. So who's making much here? Nobody. The problem here is the raw land, you're not getting it for that much because the seller, again, the first person who wants to sell that land, he has that confidence because of the supply and demand. The supply is so less, there's very limited properties which you can subdivide it in Surrey and develop it. So as a seller, I know my property is, if not worth 5 million today, it will be worth in 6 months or 1 year because there's no more land here. People will pay. So that's what is happening. And as an investor, when they do the math, their expectations are much more because they are not realizing it. Any sophisticated investor you talk to, they are happy making $200,000 or $150 on each lot, in each house. It's good for them. Any builder, any developer making $150 on each lot, they are more than happy. Because back in the days, this is how the numbers were being run. It just got spoiled because from last 3-4 years, since 2016 we can count it as, the market has fluctuated so much, the profits have been gone so high. As a new investor, you expecting making $500,000 from a lot or $1 million from the house when you construct it.
Okay.
That's not true. It could have happened, or it had happened in the past because of the short period of time the market was so crazy. And now the sellers, every investor, I'm talking about the investor, the new investors, their expectations are set up there. They wanted to make at least $500,000 from the house. You won't be able to make it. That's why those numbers are not making sense to you. But if you're going to be a sophisticated investor, if you sit around with him, he will tell you that $200,000 is not a less amount. You have to come down with your expectations. If you're thinking the price is going to come down, no, it's not going to come down. I just did the math. There's not much juice for the developer and the builder. You have to be, as a builder or an investor, when you construct a home, your expectations has to come down. Those days are gone when you can make $500,000, $700,000 from the house. You can tomorrow too. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but when you're doing the math here, you cannot predict tomorrow's future. You have to be realistic. I hope that sums up the answer. So guys, you have to be realistic, have to bring your expectations down in terms of profit you're going to make it. Then this numbers will make sense for you in today's market too.
I mean, I feel like 200,000 is still a lot. So
no, there's a lot of work to be. Remember that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work for
work.
$200,000. But in a year, you can finish the house, and making $200,000 is.
It's still pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Still pretty
That's
good.
what I'm saying. What you're expecting it. Just because your expectation is to make $500,000, and now the number's not going to make sense because when you're running the numbers, you trying to make $500,000.
So like you don't want to do it anymore now that you're
Yeah, because just because your numbers are not
less.
making sense, you thinking the market is going to crash. No, it's not going to crash because the first person who wants to send that lot, he's not selling that raw land for less than half of $5 million. No matter what, he knows it. If not today, tomorrow, because those people have purchased it for $500,000-$600,000 only 20 years ago, so they don't have any carrying cost on it. So why would they sell it? They're not in a rush to sell it.
No.
That's what it is. It's a supply and demand. Tomorrow you change the ALR to residential zoning, you see how the prices come down. But that's not going to happen. That's a different topic. We can share it.
That's a topic you hate. You love to hate. Thank you for all those who asked their questions. We hope that answers at least enough for this round. And if you have any more, make sure that you follow us on our Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook, any one of our social media sites.
LinkedIn.
And what?
LinkedIn.
And our LinkedIn, any one of these, and YouTube.
Anyway, guys, anywhere. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And anyways, we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
Chocolate in my teeth.
No, just here. It's okay, Claudia. Nobody's gonna pay attention to us. They have to read the comment. Don't read the name of the person. Okay. Just so you know, I got so many compliments during my college days also from a lot of girls in my eyes.
I get compliments from my aura.
This new youth, what happened to the taste?
I know, right? It's fucking wild.
What is happening?
Wild. It's like they improved over one generation long.
No, they haven't improved. The taste has been downhill. Anyways, let's come to the point. Let's start the questions first.